pozvam gospođu Aidu Haverić, sekretara Australske unije bosansko-hercegovačkih asocijacija, da nam kaže par riječi. So, Secretary of the Australian Union of Bosnian Associations in Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Inga Pavlic, Member of Parliament, Natalie Suleiman, Member of Parliament, and Mayor Jim Mehmeti, i moji dragi Bosanci i Hercegovci. Around 2 decades ago, in Springvale Library, I was looking at some books on the shelves, written in Bosnian and printed in Bosnian and Herzegovina by Bosnian publishers. It was strange to me that the books were placed on the wrong shelves. Then I realized there wasn't actually a section dedicated for Bosnian language. Shortly, at one meeting, I got an opportunity to ask about the Bosnian section in the library. The answer I received didn't give me much hope. However, I got referred to the right direction. Then, few more meetings followed. What grabbed my attention the most was that the authorities in the library feared that after establishing a Bosnian section, the interest in reading would diminish after some time. But this was not the case. It was the other way around. Following the example in Springvale, Bosnians in Deer Park opened a Bosnian section in their library. I must say that Member of Parliament Natalia Suleiman assisted us greatly. What is giving me great pleasure is that the numbers of books in Bosnian are continuing to grow in the Dandenong and Deer Park municipalities. And it is happening because young people guaranteed their love for reading books written in the beautiful Bosnian language will not diminish. That close relation between Bosnians and books is not surprising, considering Bosnia and Herzegovina is a country that produced a Nobel Prize winner in literature, Ivo Andrić. Thank you.
Hvala gospođi Haverić. Sada pozivam gospođu Ingu Pavlić iz parlamenta da nam se obrati sa nekoliko riječi.
So, good afternoon or good day or good morning to everyone. Could I acknowledge my parliamentary colleague Natalie Suleiman, the member for St Albans, and also the mayor of Dandenong, Jim Mehmeti, all of the other important representatives, the donors, volunteers, the various peak body organisations, those who make things happen in the Bosnian community, people like Sad Omerovic, and of course our wonderful hosts today, or MCs. Could I ask you to put your hands together for Aida Haverić, from whom we have just heard, and also Amara Grebović Anatomy and Mirsad, who have been doing a great job as MCs. It is wonderful to have an opportunity for the Bosnian community from all parts of this state to come together and support each other. And my vision as a person born in Bosnia and Herzegovina who came here as a 10-year-old is to once again have a Bosnia where we enjoy freedom, the opportunity of enjoying our culture, our traditions, no matter what our religious affiliation or even political affiliation. Multicultural affairs is about unifying people, supporting each other, their needs. We are all human beings and we all deserve an opportunity to enjoy those freedoms under the sun, without persecution, without vilification, and whether it's here or whether it's in our country of birth. The most important thing for many of these organisations most important things that you do is to keep that legacy alive, to keep the culture, the folklore, the dance. Kod mladi biseri, please put your hands together, they do a beautiful job. And in particular their teachers and their coaches who put a lot of hours into that, as well as parents who I think have been so enormously supportive. Sayad and I were saying that one thing we missed out on was learning how to dance the kolo. So perhaps one area, one niche that could be explored is how to get those of our generation to learn how to take some basic steps. But what a wonderful opportunity to actually get the City of Greater Dandenong Library to start a Bosnian section. I've got a little Bosnian section in my own private library, probably about 25, 30 books. So I would urge each and every one of you here, whether you're mothers, fathers, grandmothers or grandfathers, to make sure that your children and your grandchildren learn the mother tongue. Now sometimes there are challenges. In Bosnia, fewer challenges than others, because one thing about the Bosnian language is each letter has a unique sound. You can learn how to read within 24 hours. You may not understand what it said, but you can learn how to read it. It is phonetic, and it is one of the wonderful attributes of the Bosnian language. When I came here, I spoke, as you would expect, a grade 3-year-old child, and enjoyed many of the lovely stories and traditions of Bosnia and Herzegovina. But I forgot most of that, and I had to go back as an adult, as a school teacher, as a teacher of English and psychology, to go and learn our language. And the first adult book that I read in our language was Na Drini Ćuprija by Ivo Andrić. And it was a moving experience for me. It tested every emotion that I could possibly achieve. But what I came out with that was a pride in our culture and our tradition. That's what literature can keep alive. And could I thank people like Suada Sokolović and her husband, whose music we enjoyed this morning, and Suada's poetry that we'll be able to hear later on this afternoon, for making sure that that remains relevant to the younger generations, especially those who've made Australia home and who've grown up here. But isn't it also wonderful to hear kids who've been born here speak the Bosnian language so well, like Hamza and like the girl that we heard from earlier? Congratulations to their families for making sure that, in actual fact, they're passing on that very important tradition, knowledge of who they are, that's so important to their own identity. There is no place like Bosnia. The older I get, the more sentimental I am about it. It brings tears to my eyes. So be proud Bosnians, keep it all going, and to all of you, nema zemlje kao Bosna. Hvala I čestitam svima.